Wow, that's the shortest countdown of my life.
This is very unceremonious.
So hello everybody, welcome back to a new series onto this channel, and what you guys got back in the last September onto it. It's always with September goals I end up hitting them. Actually, I'm a little early on hitting it this year onto it this time around, so we'll take that, but so yeah, for this one, we've had this as an idea for a while to do the Lifelocke, Lightlocke run. I keep wanting to say Lifelocke onto it. I don't know why onto that, but essentially, this is going through the World of Light mode in Smash Bros. Ultimate as a Nuzlocke onto that. So basically, if a character dies, we cannot use them again, kind of deal onto it. I've been wanting to attempt this for a long time because I do feel like it would probably make World of Light a more interesting mode onto it. So we will see how this goes onto it. As for the rules that are currently on stream right now, if a character dies, we can't use them again. Hard mode, fresh file, no previous spirits. So that means basically I had to create a new profile and start from scratch. If you want to see some really cursed shit, look at my screen right now. Yeah, original 6 and all DLC fighters onto it. This looks very cursed.
Yeah, like how do we go about with the DLC fighters here?
That I believe is one of the rules onto here. For DLC, I can only use DLC if there are literally no characters left onto it. And if we get another character, then DLC goes back on the bench at that point until they are basically a save the run kind of characters onto that for it.
I'm assuming that clause was added on after the fact because they're just like DLC is not in this normally sort of deal.
Well, no, they actually are onto that.
No, as in like they're not in the story, as in like you can't go on the field somewhere and find them.
Yeah, because basically once you beat your first boss, you're just awarded all the DLC characters at that point onto it. So, but yeah, as for other rules, no legendary spirits, and I kind of quote this on stuff like Medusa or Soma Cruz, you know, the really broken ones into it. It was like, okay, I'm gonna hard cat no on those kind of deals. Or like, no giant killer, no massive turn giant abilities that are kind of known as the game-breaking spirits onto that, none of that.
That's going to make an interesting fight when you are taking on those spirits, though.
Well, there are, like, sub abilities that help with that. Just, it can't be, like, the main spirit onto that for it. The run technically starts when we get Marth, Sheik, or Villager at the beginning for it. That's when I count the beginning of the run proper onto that for it, so, yeah.
So that means if you lose to with Kirby on Smokey Frog, hypothetically,
I mean that's literally the first fight, so it would make no difference.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying hypothetically, you can continue to use Kirby until you grab. Okay.
Then we have to get to the true ending in order for the run to be complete, and I am going to count characters like Pokemon Trainer as 3 separate characters onto it. So if Squirtle dies, we're still able to use Ivy and Charizard. Onto that for a deal. Same thing with Pyra and Mithra if it comes to that as well on that. So I think we are all good to go at that point. Let me head out of this mode. And yes, I will be using this tier maker that you have on screen right here to keep track of who lives and dies onto that at the bottom of the screen.
I was about to ask if you had some sort of tracker.
Yeah.
Because I was going to link one to you in no mic, but...
So, what are we calling it? Because it's not a Thanos snap, but they kind of do get, you know, at the beginning. So it's like, so what do we call them when they get died? Gleamed? I don't know.
Gleamed. They're still dead in our scenario onto that, so...
Yeah. Get deaded. And you're doing this on hard, right?
Yes, we're doing it on hard.
Okay.
I had to go and make sure, like, okay, hard is actually... I had to remember, wait, do you have to unlock hard onto that? No, you don't. Onto that.
You're allowed to use any orbs or abilities or train, right? Okay.
Yeah, if it wasn't that rule, I was only gonna play on normal for that.
That's fair.
Hit, I like your optimism, but I don't know about our chances yet. We'll find out. Also, let me know when we get into the game proper if the audio is good, because I know Smash Ultimate kind of gets all over with its audio a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Testing. Test.
Jazz hands.
You know who they need to add to Smash Brothers? Eddie Wachowski from SSX Tricky.
He will cause so many copyright issues with every time Tricky plays.
Yeah, every time he like gets a kill, he has to play it Tricky.
Every time he gets a star, he gets a KO on the side. Tricky! Ooh!
Tricky! Ooh! So what is his recovery? Is his recovery he just like spawns a rail or something?
No, it's like fucking Elise's, like I think it's like the L and B one where like she like flips in the air vertically and shit.
No, I'm thinking like one of the specials is
No, it's the
one of the specials should be Simon's like guillotine. The one where he spins the board around his fucking neck.
Yeah. No, the up B should be the Tokyo Megaplex elevator on that. That's what it should be.
No, that's a stage. That's a stage.
Have you here?
I'm here.
Yeah.
What's our fruit cups?
Shut the hell up.
What was that all about, Jason?
You know,
Some pineapple.
I'm sitting
Maybe
here
a
and it's,
pizza?
oh, go ahead. I'm sitting here for I haven't seen this scene in so long, and I completely forgot. You think about it, like We Fit Trainer and Duck Hunt and Villager. They're just like, you think they're panicking, but it's actually like, if you do competitive Smash, it actually made sense why they did that. Still died though.
Why are any of those characters being played in competitive?
Because some people want to. Some people want to play them.
Okay.
Good job, Kirby. You did
It's
it.
not like
was
with
a-
Smash 4 where it was just Bayonetta or bust.
I would say Cloud doubles was probably the most worst it got, I think, for Smash.
Cloud doubles was kind of egregious.
Yeah.
But is that the low point of competitive Smash, or is it Meta Knight Brawl?
I
still
think
say it's that one.
I think it's
failed.
I think it still is Meta Knight because like the entire game's meta is all based on how well does a character do against Meta Knight. Like that, if they cannot do it, like they are not competitively viable in the game at all. Onto that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
You know,
it's
at
only
least-
people, I think I mentioned this a few times. I feel like Meta Knight's only downplayed because there was not as much eyes on competitive Brawl onto that, so people didn't really know quite the severity of how insane Meta Knight is onto that. I already have my path picked out for the beginning onto that. Don't worry, chat.
Stop looking at me with those big ol' eyes.
Hey, okay, which one? Okay, who's got the creepiest eyes out of everyone in this? Give your opinion.
I think something about Dealey over to there.
It's like, you can tell his model still has that big ol' smile too.
Diddy's makes me laugh because you can still see his hat.
Samus just looks like she's Dread Samus onto that.
Before, after end of? Is this before end of game or during end of game? So is she just internally screaming like she did at the end of the game?
Okay, yep. Because there's a few spirits we get just by a new file in general onto that. I'm gonna be using the little scraps I have on my table onto that, okay?
I mean, to be fair, if you're starting this fresh, you got nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, legit question, has anyone actually ever taken on the Smoky Frog here?
In Pikmin 1 several times onto that, yeah. But I generally don't, I do it more as a post-game kind of thing, because, like, fighting the Prog regularly is just like, why would you do that onto it? So little
Yeah.
benefit to Pikmin, to getting that amount of Pikmin by that point.
That's fair. And then
Yeah, no,
it's-
like it
obviously
you do it
it's
to
a
say
flex.
you did it.
and then Pikmin 4 happened. They decided to pull a freaking Tears of the Kingdom and said, "Nah, it's a new status ailment, so we can just give you the excuse to have every Pikmin die if it gets hit."
Yeah, it's more of it's a hazard, not really a status.
Yeah.
It's like,
Just
well, we have
instant
poison.
kill.
We have poison hazards now. Hey, what are they doing on the Zelda side? Gloom, okay.
Oh,
Let me know if audio is good for you guys, chat, or if I need to change anything on that now that we are in the game proper.
Just for fun, I'm doing my own in the background, and I have to back out to customize my controls because they're so different from the default.
You know what would have been funny? I just realized something. What if, like, and this would have been some better foresight on them. Higher difficulties, increase, like, the amount of fighters you had to take on or something. Like here, since it's Eevee, instead of just 3 to represent the first 3, it's all 8. So you have to take on 8 Yoshis or something.
That'd be
I'm
a
just like,
lot for every single spirit onto it. You gotta remember.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm not saying every single match, but I'm just saying it would have been interesting.
Yeah, for a couple it would have been interesting, but that is that much more coding that they'd have to do.
Yeah.
it would have been neat. Agreed.
Like, if there were less of these overall in the game, I could see them doing something like that, kind of deal. Also, do I have any access to level ups yet?
You should have gotten some
Orbs,
pieces
I
just now.
don't. Oh, you
Yeah,
mean
a couple,
here.
yeah.
I will take, since Eevee is an all-ranger one, I will take him as far as I can right now. Move on to that.
All range mode.
All range, Bo.
I beat up this
We got you,
owl
Fox.
trapped in the body of a balloon.
Dang it. Oh, you bitch!
I mean,
Thank goodness it was still early.
he
first of
rested
many.
at 0, so, like, I don't know what he's going for.
I'm just saying, it's like, computer's like, I'm gonna flex early, and then I'm gonna flex more.
It's like,
and
I'm gonna
then-
send a warning.
So, does Lightlocke, I almost said Lifelocke too. I couldn't understand the problem here.
My brain wants to go to that every time onto that.
So, does it have to be run on hard mode?
You can technically do it on normal or hard. I just feel like if we're going to do this anyway, it might as well be on hard at that point, so.
Yeah.
This is all the warm-up to the shit we gotta deal with in a little bit.
Alright, the crossroads is coming up.
Yep.
But first, the Mario.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Guardians after Mario.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what. So once we get one of those, then the run starts for realsies at that point.
That's when we start to pray.
Okay, so, playing this normally when you first played it, which fights gave you the most trouble?
I mean, Pauline, I definitely remember giving shit. I think Alucard was another one.
So much of this is a blur for me.
Yeah. To be fair, I remember just individual spirit battles onto that, and to be fair, most of them are the DLC ones, because I do think that they overall got the idea working a lot better there.
Yeah.
In
I
terms of
just-
what, in terms
Oh,
of
go
World of
ahead.
Light, the one that I have the most memory of was the boss.
Hmm.
Yeah, the boss, Sukapon, and Dr. Wily were the 3.
Oh god, Super
Oh,
Mario, I
Dr.
do
Wily
remember
did
that
take
one.
quite a few attempts
Wily.
too, yeah. Especially because of how early you can encounter them, it's really easy to come against them when you are not equipped for it. And even if you are equipped for it, their scenarios are built in a way that is not very nice.
All right, Pat, Parade of Arceus. Have fun.
I'm
The
sure he'll be
spirit
fine.
sucks.
97. Okay.
Right. Raw.
The thing that makes people fear piano music. Lovely.
Been known to happen. At least in this genre.
It's like the same energy of pedal fast right here, banjo music.
Off to a great start.
Okay.
Nice.
We're fine. We're fine.
No mercy rule
All
needed
is
this
calm.
time.
All is calm. Okay, hold on.
That's okay. You know, JoJo. To be fair, JoJo Tempo, that is a valid argument.
Mhm. That's why I specified genre, because yeah, we've got lots of pianos where the PTSD is triggered.
My clicking, I think because I had to crop my thing, my clicking on my little thing is all left up onto it, so I have to go like a row below and move from there onto that.
Oh no.
Okay.
Gosh, it's canon that Cynthia knows how to play piano in a tenor recital. So you think she's just in there playing the music all day just to cause fear to people?
I did already decide onto this because there are a few. Villager, I think, is the best character overall onto this path, but I think also there's the most danger on this path early on. So, and I know Jashik, that character's not going to help me, and I know that path sucks to begin with all over, so we're going to go with Marth onto that for my actual character. On that.
My issue with the path with Marth is just like I feel I have to go I have to roundabout a little too much just to unlock more paths, like playing this normally.
Yeah.
Okay, I just unlocked Mario, so I'm a little behind. But
Well, actually, having the Guardian on right would have been a good support thing for right now, since weapon resist. Hey everyone, is that Spider-Man?
Hold on.
Rap. Dead.
get his ass.
Oh my god! Now that was a flex.
Oh, trust me, I'm gonna be abusing Rock as much as I possibly can onto that.
Skill
Alright.
tree, skill tree time.
Now the run starts for real at this point onto that. Fuck you.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here. Not welcome
Resisting
here no more.
urge to say meme.
Jonathan, Charlotte. Okay. So for my menu,
Also
I am
bomb,
gunning
yeah.
for this straight first and foremost
Yeah.
priority on that.
Yeah.
Do you have enough to buy another one?
Nope, that was clean 15 on that.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, so for this, the person that we just got is going to be my father onto that. So, okay. Spirit.
Ball of
Yeah,
the
critical.
iron. Why you gotta tangle now?
Oh, right, I need to switch my controls after this battle. I immediately tried to jump with Val. I'm like, wait a minute.
There we go. Whoop! Good save there.
I forget, Jonathan was a Belmont, right?
No.
Morris.
No, he's a Morris.
Oh, he's a Morris.
Yeah, they're like they were trusted by the Belmonts, I believe.
Yeah.
And then Belmonts went poof for a long time, and then suddenly Julius, and then John was
bet-
like, okay, you can have it back.
The Morris like basically held the fort when the Belmonts weren't around.
Well, wasn't there also a thing that happened to the Morris clan, or at least like members of the Morris clan when they used the Vampire Hunter?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
anyone who isn't a Belmont gets a life sucked out of them. John Morris didn't realize that he died young. Jonathan passed a trial to be worthy to use a vampire killer. It's just enough to just like lower that health stat, so at least he could live a generally normal life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Which way?
Fine.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, did they find a way to work around the restriction on the vampire killer?
So, like I said, sort of, kind of. So, like, Jonathan had to pass a trial in Portrait of Ruin to be considered worthy to actually be its true rightful owner, for at least for the time being. It didn't 100% get rid of it, but it allowed him to live long enough to pass on the vampire killer when Julia showed up. Because it was implied he was, like, Jonathan was in the Battle of 99, so that dude was old at that point. But by that time, Jonathan could use other weapons and everything, so.
Jojo, we get our first character, we get the DLC characters once we, defeat our first boss onto that, so. Okay.
Oh, this fight sucks too. I hate this fight.
I don't remember where this character actually is in Yoshi's story, and I can't think of it.
I do always like the trope where, like, okay, this isn't the main group or the main hero, but here's the interim hero.
Yeah.
It's like,
What do you mean?
here's Apollo.
Yeah.
you know, taking up the torch in a slightly unorthodox way.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean, like,
Makes the universe feel a little bit bigger in that sort
Yeah.
of sense.
It's like, hey, this isn't the only thing that matters.
It's like, hey, there are other assholes that can do this perfectly fine.
Listen, man, it's not just about the Joestars.
Okay. This ride is scaring me.
one off of
I don't want to be here anymore.
Wait,
I
Listen,
want
man,
off of Mr. Ryan's
actually,
time.
hold on. I don't lie. Like, I'm not counting that. My tag is for whatever reason not being equipped onto that. Hold on onto that.
Wait, as in
Listen,
your controller still
Yeah, my
acting
controller
wonky?
is fucked up. Hold on.
Okay.
I think it's a party.
I'll give you a pass this once.
Yeah. I was like, well, Marv,
Yeah.
why? I was like, Marv, why aren't you jumping onto that? There we go. Okay.
Speaking of fighting games, has anyone tried the Fatal Fury beta?
Yes, I am onto it. It's
Pat
fun.
and Ty have been
I
playing
do
it.
feel like it needs a regular training mode onto it, because right now you can only do online matches, and it's like, I don't know how to use any of these characters. You're kind of just thrown into the lion's den right now onto that currently, so...
I mean, there's a training mode, but it's just a tutorial.
Yeah,
so.
but it's like, you can't learn anything about your characters or anything like that onto it at all.
Also, did you guys get into Sonic Racing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I
Played
did.
about 2 hours
I
of it.
prefer to sign up. How was
It's
it?
it's very, very good. Like, I'm genuinely impressed.
Yeah, it's good.
Cause I don't think it's Sumo Digital that is developing. I think it is Sonic Team,
Wow. Okay.
and like
They must have
it's-
a lot more people.
it's solid. Yeah, like, but
Maybe
it's
some people
it's
from Sumo went
it's
over to the
solid.
Sonic team.
I don't know.
I don't know if it. I wouldn't be surprised if they had former sumo members in there, but it doesn't quite feel like sumo's work.
Yeah,
In a
it do-
good way or a bad way?
Good way.
in a good way. Like, it's different enough to where, like, if you've played the other games religiously, you're gonna be thrown off. But it controls really well.
Yeah. I think my one complaint so far has been that, I do feel like there are a few too many tracking items and not enough defensive items to counter them right now.
Yeah. Or at least we don't quite understand the defensive play. I bet you it's there, but I don't understand it yet.
I've seen one person I follow basically say it handles as well as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but it's also as if frantic items was put on constantly.
I don't know if I'd say it's a little more hectic compared to frantic items.
Also, like, drifting is, like, traction is strong, the best way I can describe it. Like, drifting doesn't quite... I'm not gonna say it feels bad, but it feels different.
Oh god. Sword! Sword!
Sword!
That doesn't end.
I'm gonna be hearing this shit in my sleep tonight.
I have a sword because you're sleep paralysis demon.
Amazing.
Oh, it's so adorable when it's trying to kill me.
Okay. Next. Where the hell is a character onto that, please?
So what's everyone been playing casually lately?
Not a whole.
SSX tricky.
Wait, unironically?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I've been playing that a bunch today.
That's fair. I started Hyrule Warriors finally.
Nice.
Which, like, original Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah, original.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I got to Death Mountain, and I'm just like, why is there like 5 different objectives? And I'm running around like a headless chicken and lost the first time.
Yeah, no. Objective communication is a problem in that game.
Well, it's not that. It's just like, hey, here's all these keep saboteurs. Also, Daruni is completely going straight for your base. Have fun, and you gotta take them all out.
It gets hard to keep track of that stuff, genuinely.
Yeah, are you playing, I'm assuming you're playing the Switch version, right?
Yeah, I'm playing the Switch version, but the problem with that one that just irks me is just you have Impa alone. Sheik's there. You can't control her, though.
Is here your character? Please?
Yeah.
It blows.
Floor is lava.
Blasi.
Is she gonna be Team Sonic? Wait, have they confirmed the full roster for Team Sonic Racing now?
We
Not the
basically-
full
Team
roster?
Sonic Racing, Jesus Christ.
But
Sonic Racing Crossroads, God.
But we can see the majority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I heard there was
she is going to be in the game.
I've also heard non-Sonic characters will be added, so
We
were
don't
all
know
making-
about. I don't think there's been any confirmation on that at all onto it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like 4 or 5 guest characters, but yeah.
We do know that like other Sega worlds are being represented, kind of deal with like the rings and stuff like that. There's even some in the in what we can currently play right now, but they haven't talked about that aspect too much yet.
Like, I'm expecting like knights to show up. I'm expecting like maybe.
People were, I was watching a beta last night, Proton John stream. We were all joking for Jack Frost to be on there, but I was like, but actually? But actually?
Hey, guess what? The only good thing about Snowboard Kids DS was that Jack Frost was playable. And Black Frost. That was my introduction to those characters. 'Cause
Let
I
the
did not
Hero
realize
Boy
that they were.
race!
That's the only good thing about that game. That game sucks.
Also, if you want to see something wonderful from Sega recently, there is now an official English version of 24 Hour Cinderella. That is all.
Amazing.
Robin, please. Please die, Robin. I beg of you.
Being only a little dire.
Get on this damn platform, please.
The next Smash Brothers game is gonna have Frontiers.
That's a first
Oh,
casualty.
that's one! Rip.
Well, Marth, I'm glad it was you.
Jesus Christ, Debbie!
Okay.
No, my Marth died too.
Wow,
Yeah.
Debbie! Wow, that like karma worked so bad there.
I guess Kirby for right now onto it probably has the highest chance against Robin onto that. Because I do not, Mario will not work too well with the lava floor on that.
Yeah. At least with Kirby, you're going to have a little bit more maneuverability.
It's that fire.
We're gonna need to find a character fast.
There is one
There is
after
one
this
at the end
fight
of the
that
list.
we can get to. Get up here, you bitch! Come on!
Oh, it would have been even. No!
Okay.
This
The
is
curry, get the
going
curry, get the
very
curry, get the
unfortunate.
curry!
Pudding.
Okay, thanks. I'm glad you were going with that. Where I was going with that.
bad hit.
Oh,
And now it's Mario.
this is bad. We may be having a reset already. This is bad.
Uh-oh.
That was isolate that. That's like soundboard work.
Oh, wait. No, we're putting a corpse on the field. That's not right.
Okay, if it does reset, I don't think we can do this spirit this early onto it without some kind of floor resistance onto that.
On the one hand, disappointed that we might be getting a full wipe this early on. On the other hand, hey, at least it was Blaze.
Okay, pops out my copy of Sonic Rush.
You turtling motherfucker! Come on.
You gotta really just get damage on her early on before she starts camping, because she'll do that after like 10 seconds or so.
Are you a Robin maid or something? I'm kidding.
No, I'm just saying, I just did the match, so I'm...
Oh, did you win?
Yeah, Marth died, but you know, it's fine.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
The run is still alive. The run is still alive.
Oh,
We need to get the spider
We need to
right
get the
now.
spider,
Who-
like right now.
I don't think you're gonna like who it is.
Uh-oh.
I hate spoiling it, but you're not gonna like it.
Oh, no. Oh, the... Oh, that don't seem like a good thing either. Yeah, I kept putting chest pin on during that blaze.
Would have been a poor matchup.
What?
That
Oh,
would
those
have
falls
been-
immediately! CPU ain't messing around!
And this area has a lower ceiling than others, right?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yeah. You could probably get him with a good back throw.
I forgot they put the purple coins in this version because of Odyssey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Who would be? Who would be? Who would be?
Yes, thank you for teaching us matchups this far in.
As our run is about to fucking die.
All right.
Ah.
Well,
We could
this
do worse.
could be a massive toss-up right now.
Pac-Man's.
He will be good father onto it. I don't have to worry about Mario dying and
Just a heads up, Pat. You didn't level up your Charlotte Spirit, so you're going on with lower power level.
It's just Pac-Man, it's fine.
Just Pac-Man.
We're just in
Where's my Pac-Man World 2 repack, Bamco?
Did repack sell well?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm getting PSN for myself and Lucian because they needed to play Monster Hunter Wilds, and I'm gonna play repack because that'll be the first time I'm playing Pac-Man World.
This stage
I'll
is always
probably pick up Monster Hunter after my surgery on Thursday. We'll see how I'm
wait,
feeling.
surgery? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's it's like non-life-threatening surgery. I'll be okay.
I just want to make sure. I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm gonna pick up Monster Hunter after my surgery. Wait, welcome back. Come on.
Yeah. So I'm dying.
I can't believe
Nothing major, but I am dying.
TBH.
TBH, God said I'm dying now. Okay, bye.
All right.
Alright, time for the worst final smash.
Well, it's enough knockback. Hopefully, that'll be enough to knock him away.
yeah.
There you go. Word there.
If it kills, it kills.
Brandon, PSN is not $100. You know you can just do it monthly on that, right?
Yeah, I'm doing them. I mean, it's more expensive month to month. It's like I think 80 annually or $8 month to month or something something like that.
Yeah,
So it is more expensive to do it month to month, but if you can't afford the annual up front, then it's still reasonable. Excuse me.
All right. The zone that we need a Rubit to get in there.
Where are we going now? Where are we going, fam?
Are we
I
going,
think,
George?
I think the Sigma Spirit is hiding that character over there. Oh, hey, Sakura.
Like I had
And goodbye, Sakura.
It was like I forgot there was a wait. What other Sakura? Is it like Sakura is?
Fire
So
Emblem
Sakura
Fates.
Fire Emblem.
I know
There's
Fates, but they
probably-
have to specify it was Fire Emblem Sakura. I was like, what other spirit?
Street Fire probably on that.
Did she get added later on, or even at the start?
No, I think
she
it might have
got-
been. It hasn't been.
I
At the
think she got
start.
added at the start.
They've added a lot of spirits.
Mhm.
I don't think they added any of them into World of Light though.
Yeah,
No, they didn't. It was
They
just
just
No,
specified
no,
in the
they were
game
all just-
overall.
Yeah, they were all just in the shop.
Oh God, mites, bestie. So fun
Prepare to
fact, I
all
never
die,
actually,
little man.
I've never actually played through Subspace Emissary completely because I never owned Brawl. I always just played print copies.
That's fair enough.
To be honest, you're not really missing that much. Like,
You know,
It's like a mediocre Kirby game.
Yeah.
That's what it essentially is.
I've
Like
been
the-
saying it for years. Honestly, Subspace is only carried by the cutscenes as literally it onto that.
I don't even think the cutscenes are that good.
Yeah, like I don't think
Like
Subspace is that good of a mode.
their idea is more like the fact that it exists is more interesting than the actual game.
well, thanks to the internet being the internet, then Sakura says, "Okay, fuck you. I'm not even gonna." have
That's
cutscenes
more
anymore."
Sakurai being a petty bitch onto that.
Yeah, no, like that's Sakurai having a
I mean, I
problem.
can understand him having the initial anger on that, but he never let
Bro,
that
it's
go.
been 20 years. He brought it up on
Yeah.
a Sakurai video. It's like, bro, it's been 20 years, okay, dude.
Yeah, it's like you really need to like I said, I understand the initial anger. I get that, but dude, let it go. That being said, bless Sakurai for keeping all those videos archived.
Oh yeah. All right. Pretty sure if you run the other way is where the boss is hiding.
Oh god.
I don't think Strangelove is considered. Despite being a robotics expert, she is not a hacker, so I don't know if she'll be able to help us get into the gate.
I
there.
don't.
Probably not.
I don't think she will.
I also
I know
I
Megman
haven't-
EXE can do it, but I don't know where he is in this map.
I don't think he's in this. I think he's actually in the Shadow Moses map. I know, strangely enough. I think I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Also, interesting note, and I realize this, and I know enough Metal Gear to realize this. Why does Metal Gear Ray show up on the Shadow Moses stage?
Because it's the only.
Because, well, actually, in Metal Gear Solid 4, you do have a boss fight in the Rex versus the Ray, so
Yeah.
there is a reason why it would be there. Now, why it's there in Metal Gear Solid 1 scenario, shut up, but it actually does make an appearance on the island.
Also, Brawl came out around the time of MGS4 as well, so.
Yeah, like that's the
Valid.
real reason.
Yeah, I think that was just kind of their way of doing some promotion for
Ah!
it.
What do you mean? That's a giant rob now?
You don't think the robot scientist isn't going to bring in her robot?
Also, I've been reading up on some, like, a little bit of Metal Gear lore, in part because I had an opportunity to buy Twin Snakes, and I passed on it thinking, no, someone's gonna pick this up. Someone picked it up. I guess so.
Of course.
Yeah, no. They're
And
grabbing.
it goes back.
Oh!
All right, back to Mario.
Shit. Oh, shit.
No. Oh my god, this is so hard to click through, guys. You have no idea. Okay. There we go.
Is there, you sure you might want to swap controllers completely? Because that doesn't sound, it sounds like a controller issue at this
No.
point.
No,
This
no.
isn't-
I'm talking
is-
about my UI onto that.
Yeah, he has a
Stream.
dead and
Oh.
alive UI on the stream.
Yeah.
I thought the way you were talking sounded like it was a controller.
Sounds like things are going poorly.
Yeah, I hear the run not going too well on your end. Right now.
I'm down to Mario.
Huh. I can see where Otacon is. Like, Otacon definitely got some good look, inherited some good looks overall now I think about it.
Stay
No.
over there.
Fuck! We're gonna re-record Bayonetta lines, I think, if they bring her back.
For a new game, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are talking about Smash that does like reusing lines as much as possible onto that. So.
I know, but after the whole
But
Bayonetta incident,
Ooh,
You okay there, Tabby?
no, I'm not.
I'm
you need a hug,
dying.
Chevy?
Oh, hey, roll.
Roll might
Oh,
let
reminds
us
me.
in? Maybe?
Jeez, I don't think.
I thought
it'd be
you for a
weird to
second
have
thought
the
you meant
key
Mega
right
Man
outside the door.
Classic, not full casket.
Well, thanks, roll. My roll. Yep, my run's done.
Oh, you know, it occurred to. Oh God, I remember having trouble with this fight too. Oh, it was because of Diddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
have fun, Pat.
especially with all these rockets. Ah, she's still alive.
Keep it going, though.
And you do have to kill Isabel and Diddy.
Yep. It also took me a hot minute to realize that he's supposed to represent Data when I was fighting this.
I really need to get around to actually playing the Legends games.
I love the graphic style for it. It's just there's something so charming about it.
Yeah.
If there's a Mega Man game I could get into, I think it's Legends. I think that is my best bet for getting into Mega Man at all.
I want to play the Legends games. I really do.
I own them both on my PlayStation 3, but that would involve me getting a PlayStation, or rather, taking my PlayStation 3 out.
Valid. Also, the list of the PSN stuff, I was sitting there just like the old games you can play, and I was like, okay, that's neat. And then,
Okay.
oh,
And that's a white.
That's a white.
Wah,
Alright, now Rod!
Oh. Okay, so are we like erasing
Yes.
all the? So how does this work at this point?
Well, okay. I think for the spirit, since this is so early on, we'll just leave that P onto the, because we didn't get that far onto it, so, new file.
Okay, I was just wondering about this. Like, so how's this gonna work if you have a white with the spirit?
Well, I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure this out real quick since I have to restart on my end.
I mean, for that, you have to actually
Oh.
go into the Switch itself and delete that profile-specific
Profile.
data if you want to do that kind of deal onto that.
So that's data management. So
Good. Be right back.
No, Kirby is not dead. He's very much alive. I think I might actually try going for Villager instead this time. Yes.
Mario Nintendo will need a new mascot. Also, always appreciate Smash Brothers for being what I call a gateway game.
I mean, so much of so much of Nintendo is built off the back of Smash.
yeah,
Just like keeping things in the public's mind. I think that obviously that's had diminishing returns as Smash has gotten bigger and bigger, but still.
Well, I mean, I think in some regard it's a good thing from a third-party perspective because you've got people who are just been like, I'm only Nintendo all the time, and then they see all these third-party characters, and then they realize they can't.
I'm talking more about within Nintendo itself.
Yeah, it's way more of a thing for Nintendo themselves onto that than any third party on that being totally.
Yeah, the third parties will stand out. Granted, I think there is still a diminishing returns factor in there as well, but
That's fair.
not really there yet. Like hell, I think Smash had some factor in like bringing Terry back or
Yeah.
Fatal Fury back.
I can believe
I don't
that.
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say Fatal Fury probably wouldn't have like come back so recently without the Smash.
Yeah. I mean, there.
Effect.
Ever
The Smash
since then,
effect.
I mean, I do think it was a
At least
thing
for the effort.
with Terry onto it. It was kind of Terry and that, and then Terry started showing up in a bunch of other stuff. It was more like Smash was definitely a part of it, but Terry started showing up in like everything onto it. SNK started making a pretty dedicated push to get Terry's name out there as much as possible into
Oh,
so many different
same.
things at that point.
I mean, I think Fatal Fury is way more recognized now than it's ever been.
Yeah.
Because Fatal Fury was like the most niche, like it was the most.
Well, at least to us in North America.
Well,
yeah, in the states,
yeah,
it was the most niche. Like,
Well,
people
yeah,
knew
specifically
about
the
it.
States, because Latin America, oh, they knew
Yeah,
SNK.
Latin America. Oh my God, SNK is fucking huge out there.
Yeah, no, it's like King of Fighters was always there, but like Fatal Fury was a tag along kind of thing.
Well, Jacob, to your point, that's what Warbot was bringing up about the whole diminishing returns, and I just don't think it helped well that ARMS just... There's a number of reasons ARMS didn't do well. Like,
Yeah.
it sold well from what it's like, it was considered a financial success according to Nintendo, but it was not in the public's mind for
There's
a
just
lot
it doesn't have legs.
Yeah.
It doesn't have legs.
I also don't think it helped matters that, like, Splatoon 2 came out not 1 month later, and people were just like, oh, here's the actual competitive thing, bye!
Yeah, no, like I tried the demo for ARMS and I just didn't really like it that much.
Yeah.
Well, it's either you get precision at the cost of your arms just feeling like a mess, pardon the pun, or you get I'm gonna be perfectly honest, the motion controls are better if you want better precise arms to throw, but
I just think
God,
it should have a better.
it's much of a
I think it should
workout.
just have a better control scheme.
yes, I do. It's like at the end of the day, yes, it needs a better control scheme.
I do think it's funny that ARMS has rollback.
Just roll back. Yep, I know that. You know you're gonna go with that. Knew that's what you're gonna say.
Blame Namco on that one.
Actually, speaking of fighting games, Pat, I don't know if you saw what I put in the other chat, but for MK1 they showed off gameplay for the T1000.
Yeah.
Madam Bo's gonna be a heck of cameo fighter.
Mario, get back. Hey.
Yeah, see, it fits.
Yeah,
Mario's
he got
in the
swamped.
game.
Oh my God, guys! Did you know that Mario was in
Imagine
Smash
showing
Bros?
this to somebody in the 1830s.
Hey, what? I was joking around with like Eddie from SSX in Smash. What is your pick for like nonsense pick of for Smash? Just like make anyone you want playable. Doesn't matter.
Elite Beat Agents will always be mine that I want.
I'll mimic Cutie because of them legs. Okay, you know what? Custom Robo, I wouldn't say was as nonsense of a pick, except for the fact that I'm pretty sure that's been delisted, so I don't think it's possible.
I just don't think there's I don't think there's any real major appeal in custom robot. I tried it a couple times. It was just kind of boring.
Okay, this time we are gonna try the villager route.
Hey guys, guess what? Guess what? Person who played Mario RPG with the remake. I don't see the appeal in Geno. I'm gonna tell you right now, Tom, I don't see the appeal in Geno.
Okay.
Hell,
really don't.
I played Super Mario RPG before Brawl. I also don't see the appeal of Geno.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like, is this one of those things that you played as a kid or teen saying, oh, he's so edgy and cool, and then you realize, wow, he has no depth to him
I Jack
whatsoever.
too.
Like, he's the definition of style over substance. The absolute definition.
Well,
He was
I don't
something
even
different. He was cool by comparison, and yeah, probably some
Because they're just like,
I don't
I
even think it's necessarily that. I just think it's more been this trade for Gino has been going on so long that I feel like you're kind of giving an unfair biased against him kind of deal going in onto that sort of deal.
It's true.
And all right, run starts
gets
now.
You know, Klonoa would have been an interesting little pick, but I don't know what sort of moveset you could have done for him.
I definitely see a Klonoa moveset onto that, but it's one of those. Klonoa is a very niche franchise onto that, so. Okay, where the fuck is Villager? There you are.
I was like, where the fuck is Villager? I was like, boy, you just got him.
I'm trying to find his damn stock icon on that.
Someone hands you a penny and you think you put it in your pocket and you're like, where did I put that penny?
Put that penny.
Oh god, that's like the same feeling as like you're talking on your phone and you're like, where's my phone?
Yes. or the worst of where.
Oh god, more Lego Man Legends torture.
Well, at least this. Well, serve bots actually.
For me, I've had this several times happen at work for where are my keys? While I'm holding my keys in my hand. Oh,
Can we beat up little villager?
By the way, if there was ever a Tron Bond remake, I would totally try to audition for a serve bot because I think I could do the voice well. Also, the funny antics theme from Misadventures of Tron Bond is hilarious.
Very nice. That does remind me, I need to get back to my drawing for the Legends collab I'm a part of.
Oh, fun!
Hell yeah.
Oh god.
fun.
Is it
That's
only
like-
Wendy you have to kill, or do you have to kill Rob too?
I see it times 3, so I'm guessing all of them.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got it.
He's played enough Marvel, he knows what Tron's about.
Lunchtime!
Yeah, so I gave up on doing a second run. I'm playing Dread instead.
On Dread mode. Let's just up the stakes here.
Nah, I'm just playing normal. I'm
That's
recording my playthrough for the future.
You know, I would love to see a speedrun in Dread mode.
And who's ready for the future Smash chance of Ravenbeak?
Okay, unironically, I want Ravenbeak in.
I
Unironically.
mean, honestly, Ravenbeak is the one I would want for another Metroid rep onto that full stop.
Absolutely.
The reality I'm scared of is like everyone shouts Ravenbeak, they give us Psylocke. and
Psylocke.
ends up-
But
ends
if
up not
they
being that cool.
looks cool in Prime 4, I can see the argument.
Yeah,
but that's
Psylocke
only if.
that's been waiting to over 2 decades for me to be cool. Ravenbeak comes in with the steel chair immediately.
Yeah, but I immediately mean the start of the fucking game.
Oh, hey, Lilina.
Lilina.
Yeah, no, like his victory pose is just ripping off the wing.
God, yes!
No, that's
I
his,
would
that's
love
his final
that.
smash activation. It's ripping off the ring after that.
Like the final smash is the sun attack. It's probably his final smash. Like with the waves.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I
That
had
you can
three.
only destroy with a power bomb. Mashed
Oh, hey,
potato!
Bonk.
Oh, I remember. I miss mashed potatoes. That made
And
me
yes, I
happy.
did call him Marth, and I'm not going to correct myself.
Huzzah.
Oh god, the freaking Raven Crate
Oh
act.
yeah, that might actually
Smash.
be what they go for the final smash is the Kraid mutation, yeah.
Surprise,
A big
you
gazer.
kid.
I'll be right back,
By
guys. I'm getting
Parasite. You got better.
He freaking pulls out a tube that has an X parasite in it and does a freaking Resident Evil.
Oh god, if they had like some sort of spirit match, what would they do for like Quiet Room? That'd be depressing. Whatever they do.
Oh, hey, Fiora.
Not doing Fiora,
That's
yeah.
that was a high ranking.
Wait, isn't Fiora's evolution to 7 like legend? So it's just like canon use. Okay, nothing is gonna be depressing as Paz. Come on.
Paz is just hilarious.
It's like,
Just
wow.
hilarious.
did that?
It's just hilariously morbid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you actually did that.
Wow.
Like, Sakurai,
okay.
Sakurai, you're a twisted bastard.
Okay, well, I kid you not, the way you said wow, it's like the freaking text-to-speech with the British guy voice is like, wow. I'll be back.
All right, Sophie, calm down.
Oh, Seven, how's the Lego Optimus going?
I almost am done with his torso. I have the debuff of because it is not inconvenient packages for each section, I have to dig for every single piece I'm putting together.
Oh, they don't divide it into bag 1, bag 2, bag 3?
Because he bought it used onto that.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah, that would do it.
So I get the genuine, the old-fashioned Lego experience of here's all the
in my
pieces.
day, you had
Back
to
in
play
my
with
day, you
Waldo
saw-
every time.
You had to suffer. But yeah, I'm making fine enough progress. I did scare the crap out of my cat because I tried to search for the pieces in the bag that I had carried it from the store in. And I was just like, this isn't possible, so I need to put this out onto like a surface. And of course, I was right next to my desk where my cat was sleeping on my bed, and she was just like, what the fuck?
I have been clearing out my shelf that I used to have like all my physical games stored, but since I barely use them, it's like, okay, this is now the Lego shelf.
Ooh, Tron
All the games are going in tubs.
Ron's a 3-year, so I am gonna beat her.
But yeah, no,
Make it
I like.
powerful.
For those who have not been following me, I have been falling down a Lego rabbit hole. Ever since I received a bust of Shadow the Hedgehog for Christmas, after not being into Legos for like 8 years, I am now fully back in. And there is an addiction to it. I will not pretend there isn't. It's like there's an addictive need to build.
Yeah, I blame not only just my general kick of getting back into Transformers right now for me buying the Optimus Prime. That's tragic. But also because Pat made it known to me, and I just looked at the price and I was like, that's not too bad. And I know a local place that might be cheaper. And then here we are.
Yeah, I need to look into where I can get like cheaper Lego sets. There's got to be like local places that have them for, you know.
In
for
my
a
case,
discount.
we have a local establishment that is a bricks and minifigs, and they do sell out brand new stuff, but they also do resell of used items or things that are no longer in rotation. Because that's where I actually found a couple of old Lego Monkey Kid sets as well.
And I was like, I've built like now 8 Sonic sets, and I just grabbed the cities like card set for 3 of them for like 6 different cards, including a hot dog and a pizza car.
Beautiful.
That's the entire reason why I grabbed that set. I don't know how far I'm gonna get into it, at least until like I see the Lego One Piece set.
And there goes Mario.
So, do we stop people?
Rip.
Oh.
So I
So-
see Raphael Raven, and I'm immediately reminded of.
You got eaten out there a bit.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'm reminded of how you damaged him in Yoshi's Island. It never feels pleasant the moment you remind yourself of that.
What caused the DLC characters to go up?
Beating a full boss.
Okay.
So, like, if Pat wouldn't beat Giga Bowser or something.
I think he's too big, Pat. No, he stole your gun.
Well, it's a Rage Blaster. I ain't gonna do it.
And I'm kind of just waiting to see what the Lego One Piece sets look like.
So, Lego One Piece sets? Oh, I know what to get my brother for his birthday.
I think there's gonna be a Baratier set. I think that's the big one. Of course, there's gonna be a Going Merry, and I think that's gonna be like $100, which Doesn't sound too insane. for
Actually,
Lego.
if that's all this we're going, Mary, I think I will get that for my brother for his birthday.
The big like $300
Provided-
set is probably
provided-
gonna be Baratier.
Provided that set is out before October. I don't know why my mind. I started hearing the Gen 2, the melee mix
Yeah,
here. My mind immediately went to Sword and Shield gym battle music for like a brief second. I was like, wait, what?
For clarity, Roxas, the Lego One Piece set is likely going to be based on the Netflix series specifically, which is fine. Like that's good enough, but I imagine that's the main reason why they've been doing it because they haven't done anime Lego sets really.
Yo, Dan, how you doing?
Hello. I mean, he's been in the chat for a while, but
Oh, this.
But yeah, it's been nice to get back into the hobby.
yeah.
Like my little ships and bottles.
My problem though is now that with Optimus, it's like, okay, where do I actually put him? Because because the Home Alone house that we got for Christmas, it's just something that like is like something we can put just anywhere in the house. It's a little mantelpiece type item. This is basically a figure I got here that has movable limbs and all that stuff too. So it's just like, okay, where the fuck do I actually set him up?
Oh, thank God.
Oh, good.
Well, that was easy.
We just dropped it.
It gets hot. Sorry.
Hey, you're the one who wanted to sign up for your funeral, Dan.
The 64 special.
Rip.
Been
All right,
working
who's up?
since
Who's up?
1999.
Hey.
All right, who is the new character?
I believe this one's Link, I think, over here.
That will actually
Yeah,
be
it's like-
somewhat helpful. At least you've got someone who can do a little bit of
I'm
picking
still
off
wait.
of items.
I'm still waiting for them to do more Legend of Zelda sets. I would love the Deku Tree, but considering how many pieces are in there and it's $300, it's like okay, that is.
It's so expensive.
And compared to other sets that are comparable, like it's not
Wait,
a
how-
great
how
deal
much
for
is
the
the
amount
Deku
of
Tree?
sets.
300.
Deco Tree's $300.
The NES with the TV costs less than that. I think it's 200.
Yeah, no, it's a more expensive Lego than usual. Like, you know, if this was normal, this would be like a $200 set, but I think there's the Nintendo tax at play.
What about the NES one?
I don't know.
Well, I think it's also because it's one of those sets that you can like.
I think there's a lot
Make
more
into
special features
another.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 2-in-1 set as well. Like
Yeah.
you can either make the Breath of the Wild Deku Tree or the Ocarina of Time Deku Tree.
No, to make it 300?
Yeah, no, I would not say it's worth it. It's very tempting, but it's extremely overpriced.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
like
we should do that
apparently
kind
the
of money.
build experience for the Ocarina set is not great from what I hear.
Was that Milk Tank's Insta Drop?
Job.
Against the drop.
Okay, I'm gonna mulligan that one.
Hey man, you're the one that put yourself.
I'm gonna mulligan that one. Oh, wait.
Yeah, everyone gets one mulligan.
I was
Oh,
trying
man.
to down air, and then I was just nope.
Oh man, Jacob,
Someone clip that for my posterity, please.
Jacob, the Mario Lego sets are so lame.
Yeah.
They're just they are not like locations you're building. They're just like random platforms and
Yeah,
facades.
the only
of
one that I
buildings.
think is kind of cool is the Mario World sprite one. That's it. Onto that.
It's that the Piranha Plant and the Bowser one, like those are all right, but the Bowser one is also like another $300 one.
Yeah, just for
Good.
comparison, this is like their actual full-on Green Hill Zone set.
I
Like
think
you can
so.
build out.
Yeah, I have the Green Hill Zone set, the idea set specifically, the one that was like fan designed. I have that on my shelf. That's probably the favorite set I have. My favorite set. The ones I got, like I'm still waiting for them to do more stuff that is properly based on the games. Because like we
I
recently
was
got
Splatoon
the,
player, Pat. You better not lose.
Okay.
we recently got the SA2 Cyclone plus the Biolizard set. Like, those
Okay,
are
I don't
pretty
know if
cool.
I would like to see Biolizard on Legos. It looks kind of weird.
I like it. I have pictures on my Blue Sky. That
Oh,
Uh,
add link to the
there's
to the
Right.
Alive UI.
Trying to find link. There you are.
there's also the Master Emerald Shrine that has no Master Emerald. Yeah, no, the Master Emerald did the freaking Knuckles mech set, the made-up mech.
Armament. They did two socked armaments. Or they should have just used the Octoling battle music.
Don't you know you need to build the shrine before you put something in it? Why are we building this for?
that-
I don't know,
that's
something
it.
eventually.
That said, aside from that whole thing, I actually do like that set quite a bit. I want more environmental pieces for Sonic, because there's not a ton of them.
Yeah.
Bum, ba-dum, 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 bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
That'd be a wild tech in the next Splatoon game where you can just throw your weapon at someone once it's out of instead of refilling it.
That's called having a bomb. That's why they exist.
Hey, Yuri.
Oh god, the Street Fighter stuff is in this area. That's right. Starts in this area.
Lots of stamina battles.
Oh yeah, juries. Because
I
all of
remember
these are
this
stamina
one being
matches.
a pain in the ass on that.
Vertical highway with a Lego black dude.
I have the the Shadow motorcycle. With that comes with
Oh,
the
big.
Rhino Badnik and like a little capture pod thing, like a little test tube that you put Shadow in.
I just jump power down for this. What was the reasoning for that?
Just so it's Street Fighter.
Yeah, probably just to make it more Street Fighter-ish.
There's a whole bunch of like fan-made, YouTube like fan-made sets out there for Sonic, and there's like a bunch of really good like Egg Dragoon ones I wish were real.
God, I would love an Egg Dragoon set. I would also just love like an Egg Dragoon figure.
Okay.
Nice.
Good thing she was dumb enough to go onto the trip mine.
My practice run,
Yeah.
that was a dead run on Jury earlier onto that, because it's like one of those, if she gets you into the combo, you're just fucked onto that kind of deal.
Man, every time I look at Echoes, I'm
You
like,
cannot go in without an F-Zero.
Yeah,
Character.
you need
Okay,
someone
so-
that knows how to drive.
I can do this.
So
Okay.
you.
This one.
No, Biorex is Pico. Not Biorex. Wild Goose is Pico, so you need Pico to
Yeah,
do it.
but I mean, wouldn't any pilot work?
Is any pilot? I thought it was specifically Pico only.
Is it Pico only?
There's, they
Yeah,
do-
because
I
Pico
know-
pilots Wild Goose and
Well, I'm in
F-Zero.
the fight
I
anyway,
know-
so we're gonna find out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kill him.
Good old
but
Biorex.
The game was nice about having multiple options to be able to unlock the paths that need spirits, so
Yeah.
it'd
Yeah.
be weird if they had
Also-
one that actually was only just one.
I watched Good Vibes Gaming talk about F-Zero GX, and they make a good point. Why Port Town Aerodive of all tracks to represent for
Can we please have Melee Mute City back, man?
Man, I like that way more than Port Town.
That's been like the only
Like-
good F-Zero stage in the entire
like
thing.
I would have
Problem with
taken.
this track
Oh
is that
no!
they made the machines actually hit like you'd think they would, and that makes them way less fun in Smash. Because the fun thing about like Mute City and Melee is that you could blow up all the cars.
No.
And
But
I remember deliberately trying to do that, like setting it up like, okay, home run bat only
Like, did they
at
pick?
every vehicle.
Did they pick Port Town? Because yes, I actually do know this. And canon, Captain Falcon is from Port Town.
Is he?
Is that why they? Yeah.
That would that feels
I
like
don't
something
know.
Sakurai would do, but
I think it's just I think Mute City from Melee got cut because of just time.
Well, it's not that. I'm just saying their selection of location. Yeah, it is
no,
Pico.
You need a different.
Okay.
At least
But I'm just
another
saying they're
one.
just their selection of to use Port Town Aerodive, where I'm just like I think like Lightning or Casino Palace or Aeropolis. I think would have been like better.
Casino Palace is so good, dude. Shotgun, like I'm so glad Shotgun Kiss is one of the few like GX songs in the game. There should
I
be
wanted
way
Zen in the
fucking
same.
more.
I wanted Zen and Smash.
Why
for,
is
like,
Brain
so
Cleaner
long.
in here? Because it's the replay song. That's not even a track theme. Like it's okay, but not that good.
One thing I wish you would have had. One thing I wish they did for the F-Zero GX music they had in here. Whenever someone's down a last stock or a certain amount of stamina, they just swap to the final lap music. That would have been a nice touch.
Yeah,
Sure.
there are so many like stages that do that kind of thing. So I'm kind of
but
surprised they don't.
To be fair, they only started doing that Smash 4 on for that, and those songs were added during Brawl onto that. So
Someone
Also,
actually changed that. It's F-Zero.
also, is this a hot take? GX's version of Big Blue's theme, I think, is better than the normal Big Blue theme.
I mean, do
Infinite
you mean regular F-Zero or F-Zero X? Because F-Zero X will go.
Blue.
pretty hard.
F-Zero GX.
No, I'm saying. You're saying.
I mean, like it doesn't matter which one. It like Big Blue in those games is the same like melody,
Oh, okay.
whereas the GX Big Blue is a different song. I'm not talking about the classic Big Blue remix. I'm just talking about the new
hey,
one.
Go.
Just had to go down the road. He was out getting milk.
Mario Kart. Oh, well, you can't beat Mario Kart 8. It got stacks. You can't beat the stacks.
Oh, you cannot beat that.
But I mean, also like I just like that song in GX more.
I can't unhear Deathwind because of I'm 99 now.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
but
Deathwind
it's
is
like-
the most non-existent song. Like it's
But then
alright.
you can't. Yeah, but you also you just see it so much in F-Zero 99. No, I've never played F-Zero 99. I mean, an insane individual with that
It
many
is
reflexes.
one of my favorite systems. Like top 10 for me.
It's pretty damn good.
what about?
You barely played it, sir.
All right, let's go move that car.
Wait, what did?
We gotta
Sarah,
we gotta
you
fight her.
barely
We gotta
played it.
fight her first.
I still thought it was fun.
Honor challenge. You know I'm 14 pilled whenever I see you abbreviating World of Light WOL, and I just immediately think Warrior of Light by that.
Right? Yup. Lucario.
Okay, the
Oh.
most father of father characters. All right, here we go.
Are we against
Lucario.
Lucario.
Well, I am perfectly fine if Lucario dies. I am.
Oh, father. I thought you said father.
father.
So basically, what you're saying is
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
thought
switch
we were talking
Lucario
about
for right
this.
now to be cannon fodder. Got it.
yeah.
I thought we were talking
I
about
also
Mr.
misheard.
Dad for a
I also
moment.
misheard that as father as well for the first time. I was just like,
Man, I love the Smash Brothers version. Smash Brothers version of the Takia Dialga Spear Pillar.
oh,
Yeah.
Man, that's his dad is hilarious as a spirit.
Yes.
yeah.
No, Buzz is also hilarious. Annoying, but hilarious.
Listen, man, that's his dad was still there, just from very far away.
I just
He
love
still
it.
did his job. He still.
No,
supported
no,
his
we have
kid.
to know. No, if that's his dad was a phone, you have to ask, how do you reproduce with a phone?
I'm sure there's some logic to it in that universe somehow.
Alright, we can keep going towards that boss, or we can go
Or we can go
backtrack
get
on the
Falcon.
Yeah, it's like, or we can go on the F-Zero track.
Falcon.
So basically, you're gonna switch to Lucario this now because he's cannon fodder.
I'm gonna see what we're up against.
There's mostly, I believe there's F-Zero racers coming. Oh wait, no.
No, it's all just racing.
I never
games.
played that Street Pass game. I was like really obsessed with Ultimate Angler. I still like Ultimate Angler. It's really cute.
Yeah, I didn't get any of the extra Street Pass games. I only had the default ones.
Do you have any experience with Yakuza 0, Alexandra?
I have it sitting on my shelf. I played a teeny tiny bit of it. So
Okay,
unfortunately,
you probably didn't
not
get far enough. But for those out there, it's basically like the mini kart racing game mini game that's in Yakuza. It's pretty fun. It's a nice pick up and go.
So it's like a stock car derby sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay, cute.
Simple enough to get the hold of, difficult to master.
Ah, Pokemon. Got it.
Yes. So much speed.
Oh my god, I am so quick.
Yeah.
Oh, also, speaking of Pokemon, you guys need to see the full art for Dialga EX on TCG Pocket, because it's just basically man.
Time.
I would love for Lucario to have movement, please. Thank you.
He has a movement. It's too much, actually.
He got the zoomies.
Well,
It's
now we
freaking-
have the problem of he's too fast, but he's still such a floaty fuck. So there's like no weight.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Damn it. No.
It's so hard to control. Please die.
Panic, we love you, but not right now.
No, we don't love you. Fucking die.
I said not right
Please,
now.
die quickly.
It just occurred to me this is a rock remix of the Wii Sports Resort theme.
Please.
This remix is just okay.
Oh my god,
Thank
Lucario
you.
hit something, thank god.
Hey, 69%!
Nice.
Nice!
Nice.
Really?
Nice.
Clearly, that's
You
how
know,
you
Victory.
Honestly, most of the new remixes for Smash Ultimate have never been my biggest. Like,
Wait, what
they've
are we
never been
talking
the biggest
about?
for me.
Which ones in particular?
Just like in
It-
general. For...
In general.
Yeah, like honestly, I feel like the only game that Smash game where I enjoyed like almost every single remix is Melee. Onto that.
Yeah, no, like I used to really like a bunch of the ones in Brawl, but as I've grown older, I think my taste has matured a bit.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of them are that good anymore.
I mean, I think it depends on the composer, honestly. Because I do like how some of the remixes like take a different spin on the idea. Like I would probably say textbook case of that in Ultimate is Gobi's Valley because it has more of a like it takes the idea of a desert but really like leans into the more like maybe Oasis type of it, which I think is kind of clever.
Although real talk, like I'm not sure if I can call it good, but like the F-Zero medley is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Like in a cheesy way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that like what they got like a guy who did like the Daytona theme.
Oh, that's right. I heard the Daytona guy sing
Yeah,
that.
it's also like just extremely like Japanese guy doing all the vocals like in
Oh
English.
god, by the by, speaking of Japanese guy, it is so weird hearing Terry Bogard in Fatal Fury, the new one. Just,
Like,
not
with
speaking
perfect
broken English.
Onto
Yeah, speaking in perfect
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, that's not right. No, it needs to be a guy. It needs to be a Japanese guy speaking.
Yeah, come on, come
English,
on.
and it's not his native tongue.
I guess I've been used to it for a while because it's the same voice actor in Street Fighter 6 onto that too. So.
Fine, but it's like, God, it's Terry.
Yeah.
I still find, speaking of Terry, I still think one of my favorite Smash Brothers stories is Sakurai. I think in an interview indicating when he was doing voice lines with Kirby's VA, and she's like, "Wait, is Terry gonna be in Smash Brothers?" And then he's like, "Oh shit."
Good job, Fox.
I think one of my favorite that one is I always forget his name, but Robin's VA on that
Japanese or English?
English for that.
David Vincent, I
Yeah,
think.
David Vincent. Yeah, because I remember it was like they were telling him like, "Hey, there's like a special like awakening thing we're doing. We need you to come back into the studio," kind of deal. It's like, okay. And then he sees like all these different people he's not worked with in the studio. He's like, "This isn't awakening, is it?" On it, what is it? Is it just the director just mouths the word Smash Bros? And he's like, "Oh my god!"
He's like, oh my god, what's this Smash Brothers?
Oh no, this is apple.
Electric floor.
Do I have immunity? Okay, nope,
No.
we're not doing that one. No.
That weapon may be harder.
Actually, wait a minute.
Take a look.
Mighty Gazelle's 2-star and Jack Levin. Well, we don't. What's the information on Jack Levin?
Enemies will suddenly have
Sudden final smash
Sudden final smashes. That's pretty dangerous.
and reinforcement.
Okay.
I think we should come back later. I think this is a comeback later.
All right. Yeah.
Mighty Gazelle, cool as fuck. I don't care.
Wait, Erica Harlacher figured out about the Smash reveal too while they were recording. That's funny for sure. That's also so yeah. Also, Grant Kirkhope indicated after Banjo and Kazooie came out that his son kind of pieced it together. He's like, "Oh, you cannot tell anyone. I will be in a world of trouble." I'm sure Matt Mercer was like, "Hey, I get to voice Crom a little bit in Smash Brothers. Neat." I'm sure it wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in Smash Brothers." Although, to be fair,
nothing will beat the freaking way that they revealed him playing Vincent in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah!
That was amazing.
That was amazing. They just like, we're gonna roll this man.
And remember when Virgil's actor accidentally gave it away?
Oh yeah, no.
Oh
Like,
god,
I'm just very excited for the next Devil May Cry game to come out, guys. I've just been a big fan ever since I had that first role in it. It's just I'm just excited in general.
what was I gonna say? Oh man, I can't help but wonder how Matt Mercer reacted. He's like, "Oh, yeah, you're voicing Ganondorf."
And he killed it.
Yeah, he killed it.
I mean, he has it as advertising on his Blue Sky as Thirst Trap Ganon Daddy. He still
nice.
has
Not
it.
only if that Ganondorf actually had material to work with, sadly, onto that.
Hey, he's made it work. He's made
And
it
yet,
work.
without that material, he was still the best voice performance in that entire game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, look, Chris Hackney did go with Rauru.
Yeah, that's fine. Biggest issue was just how little he was in the game, really.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to be said for a lot of characters in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but
I mean,
Just
Hey,
like I remember back, like if there are people that have not been here from did listen to our thing, it's like fortunately, like no, I like a lot of like the design cues they go for that game, but in terms of an actual character, like Tears of the Kingdom Ganon is my least favorite in the entire series by a pretty wide margin onto that.
He feels like a shortcut.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I think Tears of the Kingdom Ganon is just a little bit better than Twilight Princess Ganon, because at least Tears of the Kingdom Ganon was the villain the entire time, and
yeah,
it
there
wasn't
was
like
just no sudden hijack.
it was like
yeah.
it's like, oh, suddenly it's Ganondorf.
At least there's actual, but I still feel like Twilight Princess one, they don't shortcut, even though he hijacks the plot, I still feel like they don't shortcut him as a character onto that like they do with...
I mean, because it just, there was no build up to him. Whatsoever. And that still feels like a
not
shortcut.
whatsoever, but it's like I hate it because it feels like a nostalgia grab.
Yeah, it just felt like, hey, we're just gonna do this just so we can.
Although to be fair, there's only two
Ocarina of
things.
Time
There's
callback.
only two things you're really gonna remember Ganondorf for in Tears of the Kingdom the most: either Matt Mercer voicing him, or that fucking face he made when he killed Sony.
I mean, the thing I'll remember him most for is that I still do think that is the best Ganon fight full stop onto.
Oh, absolutely! That was
100%,
such a good Ganon
100%.
fight.
100%.
Okay,
Tears of the Kingdom, yeah.
Who else laughed when the health bar just went abnormally low?
Yes.
just like, all right, Sephiroth.
My thoughts on it are kind of absurd. I record my whole playthrough, but I mean the final boss, the true final boss, Tears of the Kingdom is a billion times better than Dark Beast Ganon.
I mean,
Yeah.
not hard to beat, unfortunately.
Not hard to beat, but it's like, okay, it's the same kind of situation where it's not really anything hard, but like the spectacle and it's like
It's a really good victory.
and you have to try a tiny bit.
Like I said, it's a really good victory lap.
Yeah, I think that I'm more okay with it because it definitely feels like you get a big proper fight with, Ganondorf himself before that one, so...
I mean, technically you do in Breath of the Wild as well. But
Yeah, but the
it
problem
just
is
feels
you get not...
insulting.
When you do the Divine Beast, you knock out half of his health already to begin with onto that, so...
Sure, yeah. It
Yeah.
just feels kind of insulting in the case of Dark Beast Ganon. It's like the game's insulting your intelligence.
Yeah. Hi,
Uh,
Baloo.
Oh, hey, Baloo. Honestly, I remember just being somewhat disappointed by Tears of the
Don't,
Kingdom
it's the
Ganondorf
drop.
in the final form.
yep,
Yeah, don't want it as your job. Milk Tank, get out of here. And it was only because I expected him to have the final phase mechanics for longer, because I feel like I didn't get to really appreciate them. It was mostly just like, oh, he did that thing. That's intimidating. Oh, I've already won.
Also, the music for that final dragon fight. Like, that music is incredible.
I
yeah.
haven't listened to it, but I beat
Oh
the
my
game.
gosh, if you guys want to watch like one of those, like, it was like seriously like what a letdown sort of reaction was, in the dumbest way of what happened to Zelda. I turned your attention to Steven Plays when they find out what happened to her, and they're just like, oh, neat.
It's like, oh, she's... oh, neat. What?
Man, if there was ever a game that needed like a bad ending and a true ending, it's Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes!
Yeah, I agree.
It's like okay, like if you do everything, like okay, Zelda turns back. If you don't do everything, Zelda should not turn back. It's that simple.
Well, there goes cannon fodder.
Yeah.
Well, cannon fodder has been foddered.
Okay. We need to kill him.
Yeah.
Before...
Well, I would just like. Have you guys seen that fan art where she was like in between, like where she does having
Oh, yeah.
the
human
one that
appearance
every
with
fan
dragons?
artist has been doing.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
see, now that makes me think there's
Yeah,
been
'cause
three
everybody's
tiers
just like,
of.
where I was robbed. I was robbed.
I was robbed. Yeah, she shouldn't stay like that. Number one, or you could have 3 tiers of endings. Like, you do beat Ganon, but you didn't get the Master Sword until she showed up at the very final fight, so you don't get her back. She's stuck as a dragon. Or you did beat Ganon, but you didn't, and you got the Master Sword, but you didn't get all your, the other stages to help you, so she's sorta okay? No,
Yeah,
but
no.
not exactly. But if you do everything, yeah, she's bad.
The thing that gets me the most about the ending is that Zelda didn't suffer at all. It was basically just a dream for her. It's like it felt like nothing of consequence happened in that whole ending.
Especially because it's...
Suffer prior to that, so...
Well, prior, but like not. But the sacrifice like seems so easy because basically she just put herself in cryostasis, essentially.
Yeah, which to be fair, I think goes against what Minoru described Draconification to be.
Yeah, no, it's like to lose yourself. It's like okay, no,
Yeah.
that should have. No, that like. No suffering was had, so this happy ending was not earned.
It's the same way I kind of feel. I do feel like Link should have kept his kept the losing of his arm onto that. as
Yeah,
well.
I do think that would have been just...
What the fuck you mean he got his arm back?
Ruru said at the beginning that he lost it permanently. I guess not. Onto that.
I was gonna joke, it's like, or he could pull a Nero and then he could just like come that bring that arm out with everything fucking
I swear I like Tears of the Kingdom.
hey, look, I like it too, but discussing it, yes, it is not without flaws. You're
is.
absolutely right.
But it's like, I like Tears of the Kingdom.
But
It's one of the most disappointing sequels of all time.
Those that care the most will bitch the most.
Yes.
Because
I care,
I felt like
so
there
I
was a
bitch.
I felt like there was a big sequence of me just like always being the negative one in our review podcast. And it's like I swear I like this game.
oh god, you might have to kick K. Rool off of here at this point. You only have 44 seconds. You barely chopped off his health.
That's all just a DPS base. Nice. Gotten decent chunk out of it. He does recover though. So
Bad DPS check.
Hurry up, hurry
Gotta
up.
be
Okay, we're
enraged.
halfway this time.
Just don't keep
Oh,
it
yeah,
stale.
we got it.
Yeah, no stale moves. This is gonna.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. I was starting to get worried because I think it was because you were doing a stale move, and that's why.
Yeah.
Oh well, I heard Bayonetta 3 was extremely disappointing.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
heard it.
Like, you know how Nero was pretty well
It's over.
received in the grand scheme of things?
Yeah.
Imagine if they flubbed that entirely, and that's Bayonetta 3.
The fact that they had to do extensive patches to fix up Viola's moveset after the fact definitely also said a lot.
This is
mechanically.
also just like, if that's supposed to like Platinum's marquee series and y'all messed it up that intensely, I'm just like, and considering their recent track record in general.
I think Platinum is... Well, Platinum's kind of done.
Yeah.
Sort of. Like, I don't know who is still there. That
They've
didn't
lost
get-
like everybody that was making games.
Just like, we lost Platinum, and now Clover is back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is wild.
It's kind of a funny thing of like, just like they left the Capcom because they wanted to make the games that they wanted to make, kind of deal. And now they're back at Capcom because they wanted to make the games that they wanted
Games
to make.
they want to make, and Capcom's like, yeah, sure, you can do that now.
And like right now, Capcom is in Cap God phase
Yeah.
still.
Like,
Yeah.
honestly, they are
They're making
probably
decisions
the
that are
best
making people happy.
developer. Like, they're probably the best developer / publisher out there right now. Look at that.
I can't think of any like major like controversial like decisions they've made recently.
Yeah.
So
Really, the only complaint that you can have is that.
Okay, they
are-
made one tiny controversy I've heard about the Onimusha 2 HD release does have the Nuvo, which is
I mean,
fuck.
That's kind of
Like, in the
whatever.
grand scheme of things, that's...
Oh yeah, I know in the grand scheme of things
Yeah.
as much, but you said controversy. I was like, well, there is one, but it's pretty minor.
Yeah,
So-
no, I don't see the big problem of Denuvo. Like, it's annoying, but like I don't understand the.
Well, the thing is,
vitriol.
Denuvo, when like people were screaming about it because I think when they put Denuvo in Monster Hunter World, it caused the game to run much worse.
Yeah, sure, but I also don't really. It's not that tangible to me.
No,
I
I mean
mean-
like in Monster. Apparently, it was tangible enough, and Monster Hunter was significant, so that's why people are probably like, "Oh, not again," sort of deal.
Anyway, the biggest issue that Capcom's been having for the while, if you even want to call it that, is that they've definitely been focusing on a select few franchises, and a lot of other ones are kind of being left behind in that way.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
But
I
it's
do...
not
Also,
that big a deal.
also the pricing for stuff in Street Fighter is pretty outrageous.
Yeah. Admittedly, like, to be fair, even on that franchise thing, I do feel like they have definitely been showing more and more that they're bringing older franchises back now at this point onto that, or at least giving them some kind of love on that, so...
Yeah, I mean, with Okami and Onimusha, I mean, then there's just some possible implications that Beautiful Joe may be coming back too.
I mean, I don't think the Beautiful Joe one is going to happen until Okami 2 is complete onto that, so...
But it's just like, there may be implications that they were cleared to make it or something at the very least.
But it will probably be like another 4 years till we...
Oh yeah, I know,
Well,
but I'm just
absolutely.
saying, having that implied
Yeah.
cleared to make knows that at least you have something to look forward to.
Also, like, fucking Ace Attorney onto that. We've been eating good onto them. I know the re-releases, but every game is now playable in English onto that, when a few years ago, it seemed like that was never going to happen on that.
Play Justice for All. I really should.
You should.
I need to play any of the Ace Attorney games.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, at least I can get some of the memes, and I like how everyone's just saying it's like, it's like, get ready, all the case 3s kind of suck in Ace Attorney. I was like, oh, don't worry, that's the same thing with Danganronpa. I'm used
To
to
be
it.
fair,
Yeah,
I think
you're
Danganronpa has
you're
it
more
much
than
worse
prepared.
onto that.
Danganronpa much worse. V3 is like V3 case 3 is one of the worst cases in any of those.
Look,
styles of
as much
games.
as I love V3, I've got to agree with you on that.
I think
Yeah.
They
like
had
all of
every
them are
opportunity.
all of them are easily the worst case of each game. I still think DR2 is probably the worst case 3 for me overall onto that.
How come, if you don't mind me asking, don't give away, the actual...
Mostly because I feel like it's one of those, you could definitely tell that the plans changed onto that, kind of mid-development, and it's one of those, when you actually look at the case, none of the case makes any fucking sense at all onto that whatsoever on it.
But in Warbot's defense, the reason why I don't like V3 Chapter 3 is because it is the textbook missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They had so many opportunities to do something interesting, and they went for the boring path for every single one. It drives me insane.
But here's the thing. As much as I hate it in V3, I absolutely hate it. From a writing perspective in terms of story, it's brilliant in universe.
I don't think I can agree.
Or at least it makes sense when talked about in universe. I didn't say I like it, it just said it makes sense considering, the big twist.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Okay, that's my argument. I'll leave it at that. Also, Jojo Pat's long since finished the whole Danganronpa series. What?
Oh yeah, no, I finished that for a long time. And honestly, I feel like the more time goes by, the more I've grown sour onto the series overall. Onto that.
I only played the first game, but I'm not really the biggest fan of it.
Hey,
I used to love it, and now I don't really want to play it again.
I'm sitting here as like the only one I will go back to because I genuinely do love
V3.
it. Out is V3.
Yeah,
I will say that.
That's pretty much where I'm at. Also, man, the amount of energy I'm getting from Edie and Sophie on the new Kataka game. Is
what the 100 line? Isn't
yeah,
it
was just
called?
like, man, it is like one of those kind of just more and more. Yeah, Kataka is such a hack of a writer.
There is that vibe.
One trick pony, the writer.
The only game I've heard that people said is the exception recently, and I haven't finished it, is Raincoat, but I haven't finished it
every other game he's done, it's so clear he's trying to ride off of the same thing he was doing with DR.
Which is ironic, because this guy didn't even want to make a third Danganronpa game. That bomb is big.
Yeah.
That's a big bomb.
I'm sorry, my mind doesn't mean like, what the fuck?
That was some freaking King Cole picking up Trunks' sword nonsense. So that size was not that size.
It's like objects in mirror closer than they appear.
Danganronpa should have been an anthology series.
Yes. I also feel that way for Ace Attorney moving forward onto that. It should be able
to answer Jojo
or something David Cage. No, nothing is as bad as David Cage. I'm sorry.
No, not even remotely close to being as bad.
There could be both. There could be two bad writers.
I'm just saying.
David Cage is like maybe a problem.
Yeah, not maybe. In a lot of cases, it's a problem.
Yeah, there was more than enough news and investigation about that.
Give me.
Go. Be back in a second. Also, we finally are approaching our first boss. Thank God.
Hooray! The big thing with David Cage is that it's less that he keeps doing the same ideas, though he is absolutely very tropey in how he approaches it. It's mostly one, very much lost potential, and two, he's not the one that should be making most of these games that he tries to make.
Yeah.
And three, then there's the problems that come afterwards.
Yeah.
If you want to call him a hack, then sure.
Well, like I said, Kodaka I wouldn't say is a hack, it's just that he can't think of any new ideas. Raincoat
I think he's just pretty mediocre.
Yeah, like I said, Raincoat notwithstanding, I think that was just a case of him striking lightning that one time.
I won't scoff at Kodaka. I'll scoff at David Cage.
Yeah. And even then with V3, just because of the fact that, controversial ending aside, it sounded like he was like, hey, I want to make this game, and I'm going to make this ending to make it was like more of, not to spite people, at least not in hindsight, but people took it that way, and he was like, yeah, whatever.
Okay, you know that one meme of the woman tasting the weird drink and like looking sour and then like, wait a minute, and then it's like, nope. That is kind of me with V3, where it's like, as I'm experiencing the ending, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? And then afterwards, it's like, no, there might be something here. But it's very dependent on the ending of that being open-ended.
Well, that's the thing. I think he left that open-ended on purpose.
Yeah, but if it ever gets answered, that ending is probably wrong.
Oh no, I think he's gonna. I'm sure that's one of those things. Like, oh no, I'm gonna just leave that be and move on with my life.
Yeah. Now, most things are improved by not having definitive answers.
That being said, in this day and age, it just makes me angrier and angrier because it's like, because of the ending in other media that have come out and people concerning other media that have come out just makes me angry that it kind of happened.
Oh yeah.
That he kind of accidentally predicted something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't take that thing too seriously. That thing being the Squid Game situation, but yeah.
They shot him in.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's just kind of a...
No.
No! Nope. That looks like a switch or shortcut.
Hello, Juice Day Belmont. Do you have a weird walk?
Okay, I do have fire.
Oh gosh. Okay, speaking of Juice, you guys watch Castlevania Nocturne yet?
No, I need to get around to it.
We are planning to some night just sit down and watch through it at that point because enough of us have interest, but it's like one of those we're not really going out of our way to. Wait a minute.
What is this? What?
Wait,
Hold on.
It's resist, not immunity.
Oh.
It should allow you to walk on there, but take damage. I thought that's how that worked.
I think it's just.
Or I guess resistance is your lower damage taken. I don't freaking know.
I think it's just less damage.
But yeah, I want to talk to somebody about it. Just like,
go and message Ace for that.
Thank you. That's just all I can say. It's like, please be renewed for season 3. Please be renewed for season 3.
Bonk.
Oh damn!
If it was Toon Link or Young Link, that would have killed. By the way,
that's why I was like, oh damn it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie though, I did get a nice little happy nostalgia laugh when one of the areas, like with a boss, was actually just set up to be Castlevania 1. Yeah. Not gonna lie, well played there, World of Light. Why is the floor lava specifically for juice? I don't get.
If I did more Castlevania stuff, I'd
it's like
be able to tell you, but
I wouldn't know either because I haven't played Harmony of Dissonance. So
it's just like, why isn't he dying? Please,
Vampire Killer Son. Oh fuck! You have to throw another switch. It looks like a yellow switch you gotta throw.
Yeah.
Nope, no, that was Leaf. That was Leaf.
I'm just looking.
Life is like Dr. Wily, where those kinds of ones are just for treasures, not for progress.
Is there another lava for you? No. Okay. Is this a stamina match?
It must be if it's
giving me stamina that many times, then yeah.
Oh, actually, because it's a robot.
Yeah,
master.
It's a robot master.
Okay. For anyone who's played both Classic and Battle Networks, like, which situation do you think the Classic design is better, and which situation do you think the Battle Network design is better?
The Mega and Giga Mix versions of Shadow Man in the comic series are probably his best design. Because it's a kind of a mix of both, but still using the basis of the Classic design.
Because, like, I think, like, my textbook globe is a Lex Man from Classic to Battle Network.
Oh, yeah. It's a much more complementary color scheme.
We're still alive. We're still alive.
I'm still here.
We have lasted longer.
Blade of Evil's Bane, motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay, warp pipe. I think we'll probably take you to that switch.
Yep.
Unless there's like a 3-star behind it, and it's like, oh, we have to do it anyway.
Twin boss.
Twin
Okay.
bellows.
I imagine just one of the heads of Twin Bells is just really pissed off that he's
Could
been
you
done.
imagine during the Switch 2 Direct they just say, hey, really can get Uprising HD and it's the launch title. The
Well,
amount
I mean,
of cheering.
honestly, I do feel like if we are to get a port because of the whole mouse thing onto it, I do think the Switch 2 is probably the system. What the fuck?
What? Yeah, what? What?
It's the same hitbox, but bigger.
I need this game without trackball aiming. I need it
Oh my god.
because I have been playing Uprising for footage on with a mouse via Citra, but it's still not quite what I want. The camera is a nightmare for me.
Pop. Pop, pop, pop.
Alright, we can run back and grab the
We
red
can avoid
button.
Leaf. Good.
Run back and grab the red button.
Like, it is nice to be able to play it without my hand screaming at me, but the trackball. Ah.
Yeah.
That's late.
Nope. Doop, 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 doop.
He just gets a bit of a flash of hope in his eyes whenever Link comes around. He's like, hey, you gonna pick me? Oh.
Oh. Save me. Oh.
I mean, that's life in my freaking playthrough of Fire Emblem 4 because I stopped at the chapter you recruit him in, and I haven't gone back in like a year.
Oh, God. Oh, 4-star. Nope,
Isn't he
nope, nope.
5? I thought Life was 5.
He is in both because 5 is an interim game between the first and second generations of FE4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought Thracia was its own continuity.
No, it's
It kind of is because it does the interim thing where they're introducing plot elements that would never have really worked in the canon, I think. So it's a weird spin-off in that way. Alternate timeline. But I've yet to actually experience it myself proper, so I could be just mistaken. But yeah, no, Leif and Seliph are freaking cousins, so they are both present in the same game.
Oh, oh, oh. Goodbye.
The disrespect.
At that point, you just have the freaking pre-boss music from Yoshi's Island, like doo 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 doo.
I like the chanting in this remix. I don't know why, I just think it's really funny.
I think it's neat.
I think that's just neat.
Boop. There we go. Beep, 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 beep.
Wop, wop, wop.
Give me my other character. Huh?
Sprout on. There's another switch. Okay. I forgot about this.
Okay.
Oh God. What is it?
I forgot.
I don't remember this game. I know I looked up games I don't remember. I don't know about, but I really don't remember this one. Poor Flygon, doomed to never have a Mega Evolution. Who knows? Maybe you will in ZA.
If they bring back that mechanic, yeah, which would make sense.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do bring it back.
I mean, if you're gonna go to the origin of the
Also,
place that
if you want your
introduced it.
mind blown, take a look at most of the Mega Evolution art. All of them were designed to have an extra Y motif to them. On
I
the
believe
art.
it. Why
I
don't
don't
they?
like
Rocks. Oh God!
Ooh, 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 ooh. Aha!
Bye, Shovel Knight!
I should go back
Chivalry
and
is
play
dead.
Shovel Knight.
Okay, okay. I see that zoom in it. I can.
Yeah, the moment I saw that effect, I was like, oh shit.
Okay.
Did Dragonite ever get one?
Jacob.
No, Dragonite did not get a mega.
Probably, thankfully.
The only way I would want it to get a mega is if it makes it more look like the actual Tratini line after that.
Wait, don't tell me you have to go through Leaf to get that. Oh no.
I
Let's see.
doubt it.
Hold on. Where did this be?
No, you just need that there. That's the critical path.
No, I'm
You
talking
have
the
to get through-
fire.
Oh, the fighter? Yeah, you have to get through late.
Fuck.
There's a 3-star onto it. I think that's Peach over this.
Yeah, that's Peach.
It would very likely. It would make sense for it to be
Yeah,
Peach
okay,
because
I'm
of the
putting
bosses.
one Peach onto that. So-
All right, well, you have to deal with a 4-star fight.
Well, no, Generation 10's gonna have some completely new gimmick, JoJo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just how
it's
Pokemon
either
works at this point.
it's either you get Peach now or you wait. I think until Endgame to get Daisy.
Yeah.
I'm getting Peach now. Alright,
That,
what are we
that
dealing with?
being
Oh, he is a 3-star. My
And-
mistake. I just saw the
critical
glowing
hits at
stars.
random and
Hold on,
heals over
let me
time.
get one.
Random crits and heals.
But also, to be fair, as a competitive player, how are you going to top Terra typing? Because I actually do think it's the best gimmick they've come up with competitively.
I'm just gonna take off my headphones so I lock in on this one.
Yeah, he does
Alright,
not
chat,
wanna
how
do
y'all
this.
doing?
I'm in Stormblood for 14 now.
Yay! You got up to
Yeah,
where
you-
I am, and you're probably gonna get ahead of me.
I'm in Peak.
Debbie,
I'm
your
in
chat?
No, I thought
Can't believe-
Peak was Shadowbringers. And...
Yeah. Shadowbringers is what people keep going on about.
I mean, the gameplay starts to hit peak levels, but yeah. I've been playing a lot of SteamWorld Heist 2. That game is great.
I haven't played any of the SteamWorld games. How are they?
They are very good. Dig 2 is one of the best Metroidvanias I've ever played.
Wow. Pretty nice.
Steamworld
Nah, okay,
is underrated.
lock in works. Lock
Lock
in
in
works.
did indeed work. Good.
And hey, since he's not a legend, you can use him.
Yeah. I would probably level him up as soon as possible. Also, free chats.
Alright.
Yay. For your trouble.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was gonna be
Oh, boy,
Orb.
Donkey Monster. Eh.
There's Petch.
Patch.
It's Petch. It's Petch. It's
Incest Petch.
It's Petch
Yes.
from Pennsylvania. Or it's Petch from Texas and Lonka's from Pennsylvania. I don't remember.
No, Leif only has one slot. That's unfortunate. But
Well,
Sword
level.
Belt-
Also, you might want to level him up a little bit
Yeah.
before you go in.
Yeah.
Wow! This is worthless! This is less than worthless, my boy.
See, how does he compare to other?
62,
Okay,
69.
yeah, he's definitely the highest.
He has much more power. He just doesn't have as much gimmicks you can add on.
I'm fearing that one. What is it? 1 in 255 that she pulls a blob on.
This remix is so good. It's so funny. Just a random chanting. I don't know why they have it, but it's so funny.
What is this remix?
The Reznor fight. Or the boss theme fight, actually. Now that I think of it, it's not
Spanish
exclusive.
guitar mix going on.
Please release my bomb so I can detonate it. Thank you.
And she says no. Okay, now you can.
This is mine now.
Well, he detonated it. Peter's just like, okay, sure. No, well, no. So what happens when we get to the final, when we get to the big bosses and everything in the final boss where you have to pick multiple characters? What happens then?
Well, if they die, then we can't use them. Then at that point, that's it.
If they die, they die.
Yippee, we have Peach. Skill spheres, do we have enough?
Okay. All right, we get to finally add another character to this damn list again.
Well, we're also very close to having our safety net, too.
yeah.
All right.
Because you have one
Two
more
more
fight before
spirits.
Giga Bowser. Or
Two
more
I
spirit?
think. Yeah,
Or you thought it was
there's
only one more.
Groudon, and then there's someone.
That's Giga Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Groudon.
God,
we have to fight.
I meant.
Groudon.
You meant right there. I was looking at the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm a dumbass.
Isn't Ho-Oh one of them?
No,
Yeah,
no,
the-
Ho-Oh is that one right there on that. So we
yeah.
don't need
And
to fight
Ho-Oh's
him.
also 4. Also, Ho-Oh is 4-star. Can we
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
On the floor. On the floor, resist. Thank you. Yeah, Link can hold up onto. Yeah. I kind of wish Link could detonate them if they're holding it, because, like, I mean, Link. I'm looking at Snake C4 and it doesn't have that restriction at all.
Yeah, and I mean, you can explode the bomb in Breath of the Wild with like a Bokoblin.
Wait, you can pick up Snake C4?
Well, of like more that you can put it on him as well onto it. And he
Yeah,
can-
but
well,
that's
that-
Sticky Bond.
Yeah.
That's a different situation.
Because
I
but
think
at
it's
that
more
point,
valid if
Snake's not
someone-
gonna want it. I'm sorry if you just heard TCG Pocket. Oops.
think it's more valid if
man,
you
fair
look
warning.
at
Yeah,
this
do
one
not.
picked up.
I think Primal Groudon is a legend. Someone look that up. So don't evolve it necessarily. Evolve it.
Probably.
Can someone check that?
Sure, I can check that.
Snacks.
Actually, I need to do my
No.
daily packs. Thank you for reminding me, Alexandra. Actually, I've been full up for a little bit. Shit.
Spirits.
I mean, Killing Edge has been working wonders right
Yeah.
now.
Reinforcements will appear after they've been KO'd. Got it.
So is this guy a bad guy because he's summoning Ridley? I don't know enough Fire Emblems to know this.
Yes, he is a bad guy.
Which Fire Emblem is this again? Is it?
Sacred Stones.
Like, right.
Primal Groudon is only 3-star.
Oh, okay, so you can't evolve him. Because I know some 2-stars jump to 4-star. We need to be careful about that. Big Ridley.
Yeah, Leon is your frail boy that wants to get power for good reasons and then gets possessed by the demon god. You know, as you do.
Cool. Bye, whimsicles.
He also wanted to stop the apocalypse, and that didn't really happen. It also wasn't the apocalypse, but it was an unfortunate earthquake.
Whimsicott had to go now. The baby planet needed it.
Needed it? It's planet.
Ta-da!
I forget, is Whimsicott decent and competitive?
Yeah, fairly decent. Well, H.A. Whimsicott because of Prankster.
Okay,
Alright.
first
Boss
real
fight.
boss.
Giga.
Could be a fine end to the stream,
Yeah.
actually.
I would just say bring in your strongest primary one that's highest power than you currently have. In terms of attack power.
So probably Leaf or Wind.
485 versus what's the strength on Giga Bowser?
Thing.
Doesn't say. Okay.
Don't
Unknown.
have it.
Alright, here we go.
Alright.
No one knows.
Alright, so did we all find this out as children? And how did you react when this happened?
I think I found it through Event 51 onto that.
I found it-
discovered it normally.
I found it through Wrath of Giga Bowser.
Okay, I hate Giga Bowser's
the
spin
internet.
attack because of the freeze.
Yeah, I only found out this because of the internet, because my experience with Melee growing up was visiting my family in Sweden. So I didn't really play it proper until university.
Valid. Yeah, I think my brother decided to play adventure mode on a whim on normal difficulty one day, and he got through it pretty quick. And then we both saw that, and I screamed. I was like, something like that. Oh shit, this is bad.
Alright, getting dangerous. Nope, he's gone.
Strike one.
Do we want to have special stipulations for the bosses?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
okay.
That's a big loss too.
Yes, it is.
Because there's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
to
What do we
those
want to
fights.
do? What's this? Groudon has 2. Groudon's not gonna get much. Never mind, that's a lot of levels. That still doesn't match up to Leaf. If it was Primal Groudon, I would have said something. I would have been more okay with it, but. Oh, decision. Because the thing is, you can do you want to give it 2 swings with the same character before you say they're out with a boss, or what?
Yeah, I think we'll do that.
Yeah, because it is kind of a lot for
Okay.
just one try.
Yeah, put Link back.
Your speed's dropped if you take Donner setting. What about Daruk? What's your attack pattern? Oh, wait up. That might not help either.
Yeah, at most that will help you with not getting launched as much, but I could have other issues.
I don't think critical health attack would do as much. Yeah, just because of.
Killing has equipped onto that.
Yeah, the reason why I don't think critical health attack is gonna do much is this fucker's huge.
Yeah.
All right, let's try again.
Is Giga Bowser the only? No, wait, no. What's his face from Brawl is the other boss on this map, right?
Yeah,
Shadow
well,
Moses.
there are a couple of them on this map. There's Giga Bowser. There's Galleon. I think.
Yeah, that's the one from into the Shadow Moses sub map.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's also Rathalos.
Rathalos. I thought Rathalos was in Dark World.
No, Rathalos is in Light World. He's in the bottom right.
Oh, you know, I'm mixing him up with Ganon, probably.
Then even worse.
He's out. This is bad. Do we only have Peach left?
Peach and Kirby.
Kirby is like very bad idea.
I think I feel better using Peach right now.
Because I remember the Dark World maps are the Dark World bosses are Ganon, Dracula, and Marth, right?
Yeah.
You might want to take Groudon for the second equip. I don't know. Rage Blaster won't do shit.
Rage Blaster. No, Rage Blaster is just knockback, right?
No, Rage Blaster gets stronger the more damage you've taken, but here's the problem. It doesn't take much for Giga Bowser to launch and kill you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because you can get launched at a relatively like mid percentage and die to Giga Bowser. Oh, this is tough. This might be we're out this time. Yeah, we had you because here's the thing: Leaf sword attack up would have been it was helping, but
Peach doesn't really have a sword, so it's kind of
yeah. Peach don't got no sword unless we put the killing edge on her because I think that applies
this is
to
our
items
best
as well.
combination on that.
Yeah, like if we keep the killing edge on Peach, that'll be the only way that can be effective.
Otherwise, she's going with the raw stats.
Yep. Because if we lose the Peach with Peach, we're pretty much done. There's no way in heck Kirby can survive this.
Stranger things have happened.
Also, Peach can stay airborne to avoid a lot of attacks. Scary.
Get some Claire. I heard that critical hit. I'm sure he's not programmed to, but it would be hilarious if Giga Bowser could throw himself off the freaking cliff.
Ganon side, Bowser side. What? Same idea.
Bowser side.
It's the same idea though, but they changed it.
Alright, halfway point, and gone.
What?
All right, that's the first try with Peach.
I think you had a good idea going there. I just think Bowser just started to saying, "Hey, you're saying airborne. I'm gonna start using attacks that hit you, like up smashes and whatnot." I don't know. I'll be back. I gotta go. Put my plate in the sink.
Ah.
No, I'm not supposed to go back in with me. Maybe 3 times per character.
Because this is gonna be one hell of a roadblock.
Yeah.
Because these bosses are rough to go through.
Because if we do 3 times per character, that gives you another try with
Yeah, Link.
With Link, yeah.
Yeah, like it's just a case of like this isn't really that fun to deal with.
Ooh, that was close. One mistake and it's over.
There it is.
Why did you?
I'm supposed to commentate something or another.
Okay. We're gonna try Link one more try. Because fucking hell, man. Come on.
You know, I will say I'm not the biggest fan of this alt because to simulate like Twilight Princess Link's pants, they just make his tan. They just make Link's legs tan. And it looks really weird.
They didn't actually texture anything new.
Yeah, they didn't texture anything new. They just changed the color of his legs.
Weird.
Not the flames of disaster. Well, that
Okay,
bomb
no
was an idea.
bombs then. Got it.
Ooh. No bombs proceeds to throw out
I
at least
know,
2
right?
more bombs.
Force of habit from my Toon Link onto that.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Ooh. Whoa.
Oh,
Okay.
good DI, good DI.
Oh god, all this chip damage.
Oh no. Ah.
Oh.
Is it Kirby's time?
It's Kirby now.
I think it's Kirby.
All right, Kirby.
Oh, this
Do we
one.
want
I'm
to?
the-
Should we use freaking Daruk on him so he has more weight because he might
This
need
is
it?
technically we have the most weight with Leaf onto that. That's a thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're gonna get a lot of use out of Rock.
Oh yeah. Stone will be used heavily. But not if he does that.
What do you mean, Rock? Breakthrough Rock? What the shit?
Were you even in Rock at that? I didn't.
I was a rock. I was a rock at that.
That was a rock.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
And I was
Oh
at
my.
90, man. You just don't have the damage output.
Especially with how impossible it is to avoid damage because of the flames. It's a real bad spot to be in. Ah, not enough. Oh no.
That goes for Rock.
And that goes to Rock.
I would like to propose this is our last attempt onto this. I'd like to propose to sacrifice Kirby for Link onto that because that's our best shot on this.
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, it is so friggin' desperate at this point that I don't know, man. This seems a little bit too steep.
Oh boy. Oh, that was good.
Ah, come on.
That's less good. Oof. Alright, you're still in it.
Fuck.
And there that goes.
That's the run.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, I think next time, for the next run, we gotta really prioritize on getting a, like, 3-star built all the way up onto that. 'Cause Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, that damage output is not gonna do it.
Okay. Okay, I will rethink a few rules for next week's attempt onto it. I will give this 3 weeks of attempts. If we do not get anywhere onto that, we will call it at that point. But we gave it an honest try onto that. So
Yeah.
yeah, alright.
It was an honest to God good try.
That will do it for this week. We will try again next week. Bye-bye.